Special. Starring Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Harrison Ford as Han Solo, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, with special guest star Beatrice Arthur.
We are back.
We are back, and we are flipping around these cool dudes, showing them some sweet Jedi tricks.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, wow, Kyle, you're so cool. Oh my god, he's turning on us!
Like how you just that guy's like just fell apart completely.
Oh, he's just
Body parts
disappearing.
disappearing.
All right, let's remedy that real quick.
Remedy this.
You were saying
Yeah, and in our last episode, we were talking about
they're gone.
comedy
Oh, they're
sequels
gone.
and how
it's hard.
we're hopefully optimistic that maybe Planes, Trains will be something different than what Steve Martin and John Candy are doing.
It won't.
It'll be different.
It'll be totally different. Maybe a different scenario. Maybe
They're just going
But
to cash in on the
it's not
name.
gonna, yeah.
they're cashing in on the name of it and the history behind it.
Yep.
Will Smith did this already by throwing his kid in Karate Kid that one time.
Yep, I was just going to say that.
But Jackie Chan was in it, and he did pretty good.
Well, yeah, I have nothing against
Jackie
Jonathan Chan.
does pretty good in everything he does.
Yeah.
Jonathan Chan is a great man who, even though some of the movies aren't good, he's always good in it.
Oh yeah, he's great. I love Rush Hour.
Don't.
That's another comedy movie franchise.
Sequel. Rush Hour 2.
Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Shanghai.
Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights. Those were good
Those
too.
were great.
Jack Chan and wow,
Wow.
like an Owen Wilson.
Wow, and Wilson.
Wow. I want to watch those movies again.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
good.
They're
really
fun.
good.
Wasn't the second one? Don't they like?
Donnie Yen was the bad guy in
Donnie
the
Yen,
second
yep.
one.
Yeah,
In the
in Shanghai Nights because they were in England in that one, right?
Yep.
At the end, there was this little kid that's there the whole time and fucking grows up to be Charlie Chaplin. Do you remember that?
Oh, and he like teaches
I
them
don't
everything he
remember
knows or
that.
something like that.
No, it's just this little kid that's fucking around the whole time.
That's kind of like what they did in the Ip Man series. Like Donnie
yeah.
Yen was
Well,
like,
it's because Ip Man actually was.
I know, but like
Bruce
at the end of the Ip
Bruce
Man,
Lee's
like Bruce Lee had
teacher.
to show up. and He's like,
I'm Bruce Lee.
They're doing like one more, I think.
yeah, they did. It came out.
Ip Man 4.
Ip Man, yeah.
Was that out?
Nice.
I didn't watch it.
I haven't seen it. I enjoyed 1 and 2, but I haven't seen the others.
So,
Dude, that first. I'm sorry. I have to get this out quick. When Ip Man fucking takes that massive fucking
Dump?
group of. Dude, takes a massive dump on those fucking Japanese fighters
oh yeah.
and just fucking shows them where's the treasures hidden, dude.
Oh, the Karate
Mwah.
Man. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
I like when he was fighting the English boxer in the boxing ring.
Yep.
He was like,
Well, the third one he fights, or is it the fourth one? He fights Mike Tyson.
What's the one where he's working in like a? Oh, he fights Mike Tyson.
what's the one where he goes to
definitely haven't
space
seen
and
the
he
third
fights aliens?
one. That's Ip Man 69 to
Ip Man, Jedi Knight Outcast.
Ip Man 2112. Okay, sorry.
No, that's a
but-
good scene. I
yeah.
like when he's kicking the ass.
Yeah.
It's great.
But you were
But
just saying.
Bill and Ted.
Yes. The most
You guys,
excellent dudes.
how many Bill and Teds, or what's the Bill and Ted you've seen the most?
How many Bill and Teds have you seen? I have seen 2 of them.
What's the one you've seen the most? Because for me, it's the first one. I've seen that the most, but I enjoyed the second one probably more
Yeah,
than the
I
first.
Bogus
think it's the
Journey's better.
same with me. I've seen the first one the most, but the second one's my favorite.
Yeah. That's probably true for me too.
And they actually didn't screw up the third one.
So I've heard.
Face the music. Like it's heartwarming. It's like perfect for this time, like this climate we're in right now.
It's actually kind of weird for this time because it's about to be excellent to everyone, whatever.
Yeah.
When people are not being excellent to each other.
When
Exactly.
they really
But we need
should
it
be.
right now.
And that's the whole focus is like nobody's being excellent, and so like they can't find the headspace to
Yeah.
write their great music that unites
They
the
still
world.
haven't written that song yet.
So like the
I've heard their
majority,
daughters were really good in it too.
the daughters are spitting images of it.
Yeah.
It's funny as hell. Like the dad shows up, like the actual dad.
Yep.
He's like, you guys gotta set a good example, for your children. It's like,
Yep.
what am I saying? Your children love you.
Yeah.
Like they're embodying your every like movement and tick. So like it's so funny when like they do some of the throwbacks to old things because
Yeah.
like I said, I think who's the rapper that's in it? Isn't there a rapper that's in the new one too? I don't
Robbie
wanna
the
say-
rapper? I don't know.
I don't want to say Kid Cudi again or Cudi.
Cuddy. His name's Scott Muscuddy. That's what that's.
Can you look it up quick? Who's the rapper in it?
It could be Kid Cudi. I mean, that'd be such a Kid Cudi movie to be in. And he is an actor.
Whoa.
Cool tricks.
The coolest.
But yeah,
Eats cool treats.
I watched the Red Letter Media review
Oh yeah.
review of it.
They did the 2 movies, and then they did.
They did the 2 on review.
You're at
and then they did the current one on Half in the Bag.
Mm-hmm. I think they said they enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
Part. They had no
their words was
expectation.
they didn't screw it up completely.
Right.
Was the words. It was like it was enjoyable. It wasn't like the greatest thing, and it wasn't like amazing.
Right.
But they're like it had fun. I mean, there's obviously issues, but you had fun, like stuff like that.
There's there's so many great little moments. Like you can tell they've aged, and they like go to different time periods where they were old, or like when maybe they wrote the song. So they're trying to figure out which one of. It was Cudi. Yeah. So he's in it, and he's like really into temporal space and time stuff. So he's saying all this jargon that the girls are talking about, like, wow, you really know your stuff about temporal magnitudes and all this other sciencey words. And he's like, yeah, that's like my part-time job. I'd like to do that.
Right.
And like at the end of the movie, I'm not like spoiling anything, but like when he leaves, like Kid Cudi like says his goodbye to everybody. He goes, "Station!" And then everybody goes, "Station! Station!" It was the funniest part. Like you're waiting for maybe like a throwback scene, like with Station.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's like what he says when he says goodbye, and everybody's like, "Station!" I was like, "Hell yeah!" They mentioned it at least.
A couple of things, because I haven't seen it yet. A couple of things they mentioned on that Red Letter Media review was that I thought was cool, or that made sense, was casting their kids as daughters instead of sons.
Right.
Because like having 2 dudes
Again.
just be Bill and Ted would be like, okay, this is whatever. But having the daughters, and also father-daughter relationships are very interesting as well.
Well, they're
so
it's very at a certain
very
age.
wholesome from what I hear.
It's very at a certain age. Yeah, I
did hear too in that it is like you tell Keanu doesn't quite get completely Ted, but he's not that dude anymore.
No, he's not. And I was like, his choice maybe was to feel more down because he was the one that's actually second guessing or second reacting to like their situation. He's like, maybe I should just sell my guitar. Like that was one of the points in the movie where you're like, oh, maybe they just are gonna give up.
Right.
And so Keanu is the more sad of the two, but like Alex Winter, like
is straight in it.
Yeah, he was like on board with like being smiley and happy and just
full
like
tilt Bill.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was Bill as you remember him, but like if I was the director of it, I'd maybe like, Keanu, maybe for like a couple scenes, can you like smile like you used to? Because he was just always just like
Right. Yeah.
He looked really old.
Well, he's the he's.
But
that's
the originals. He's like, wow.
But he was that dude at that time, right? Mm-hmm. Now he's much more zen. He's much more of a zen dude.
Yeah, he's very zen.
Less.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Most triumphant.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to see that. Bad.
I had a really good time, and then like the message of it is really great. The
Is it still just be excellent to each other?
No, it's I don't want to give it away.
Always is.
No, it's not. It's not just like be excellent. They try that like in the first couple scenes. They're like be excellent, and he's like, no, that's not gonna cut it.
It's not gonna cut it, right?
It's not gonna cut it.
Hey, I get it.
Because of Cad Kitty.
And I like too the idea of the B plot or whatever involving the daughters is basically doing Excellent Journey again.
Kind of. It's
like similar.
It's actually taking the first 2 movies and combining together.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is trying to find these great musicians throughout time. Dang. So like they're going to find Mozart. They're trying to go find Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. They're going to find this tribal guy that's really good at drumming, or this girl, and this girl or this Asian lady that's really good at the flute or something.
Yeah.
So they find all these historical musicians.
Yeah.
And then they find Kid Cudi.
Right.
And they try to help write the best song.
Right.
But then throughout it, like there's this robot that shows up. His name is, I don't want to give his name away because that's like a joke throughout the movie too.
Yeah.
And they make fun of him for it.
Right.
It's super funny.
Station
I
two?
found it kind of goofy and zany. But he was trying to hunt them down because people in the future think that, oh, if we just kill Bill and Ted, then the universe will
Right. Regulate.
regulate itself, equalize it, make it in harmony.
Do you remember the Bill and Ted TV show?
The cartoon or the?
There was
No,
a
there's
live action
one.
I remember there was
never saw the
cartoons.
live
There was a
action.
time when they did that, like they did a Ferris Bueller's TV show too.
Yeah, that's right.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
And what was weird about that too was that the movie existed in that universe. So he starts out, doing your Ferris Bueller, talking to the camera, and he has like a cardboard cutout of Matthew
Ferris?
Broderick. Yeah, yeah. And it was like they made this movie, and it was like, I was like, yeah, it was weird. Bill and Ted cartoon also. They have a strong presence in comics too throughout the years.
Really? That's cool.
They have a current one too, I think.
Oh god, stormtroopers.
To go with the movie.
Oh my god. Stormy boys.
But yeah, Bill and Ted. Good dudes.
Good dudes.
Good dudes in the movie and good dudes in real life.
Yeah, both really interesting guys. Like Alex Winter is a documentarian.
Yeah. Did you ever see his movie like Freaked or whatever it was called? Freaked?
Freaked.
Freak.
Freaked, yeah.
Yeah, I did see Freaked.
I always wanted to. I haven't seen it. I remember the trailers.
It's bizarre. It's kind of like one of those like airplane movies.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
like stuff is hidden in the background as
Or
comedy.
if you like 90s like horror comedies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like Gremlins 2.
Yep.
Like shit like that. Yeah, because they went completely different directions. Where Winter was always that kind of dude, though. He was always like a turbo creative dude,
And they both played the bass, which was what I found out. Like that's what they connected as.
oh, nice.
Keanu and him.
Yeah, and then he after, was it Spider-Man? What's Spider-Man doing here?
That's one.
Whoa!
Because then after, pretty much after Freaked, he stepped behind the camera more.
Oh, we both died.
Double heads.
Double heads.
Yes.
I lost my arm.
We'll be back. We'll have to be back.
Okay. The last bit wasn't important. So
Yeah, we'll be right back.
we'll be back.
On the Star Wars special.